Let me. Yeah, first of all, I'm glad to be here. Thank you so much for spending this evening with me. And that's my big pleasure to spend this evening with you and SEMS and GSOM students particularly. So a couple of words about me. So just a second. Yeah, so a couple of words about me. My name is Yulia Sannikova, and I would say that I'm an example of a parallel career. There's a, let's say, corporate path. I'm a learning and development manager at Dell Technologies. So more than 10 years, I'm working as L&D function, let's say. So now I'm a part of big IT company and European team responsible for corporate learning. Also, like my second part is my academic part, where I'm an instructor in High School of Economics, and about 5 years part-time I'm teaching at university. So then, which is my most important role now, and the reason why I'm late today, that I'm mom of 2 small children, and it means that now I'm maternity leave, and my corporate career is on pause, but I'm still keep professionally develop. And now I'm more focusing on my role as a career consultant. So I'm certified career consultant, helping people to find better jobs that they have, to find their unique skills, unique place where they want to be, and actually to be happy with their careers. I would say that unofficially, I'm more than 15 years career consultant. Officially, I'm doing it last couple years as a separate profession. It's a separate career track that I have for myself. And also now I'm a kind of starting podcaster to accumulate all these roles together. We just on the way, we just started. Together with one of my students, Olesia Nishinka, we started the podcast, which name Call to Expert, where she's a student asking me various questions about career, about successful studies, and all topics related to this. And together with her, from her student point of view, from my expert point of view, we are finding good answers, I believe. So you can join us on this, and you definitely can share your ideas and topics, which topics to cover. So that's one more part of my life now. Yes, I see the hand. So
yes, actually, I'm sorry to interrupt, but as you're now the person who presents, there are some more people trying to enter, so maybe they need your help to enter. Yeah, thank you.
Let me check. At the same time, if you, just a second. For now, I don't see it as I usually do. Yeah, here, yeah, one more person. Okay. Okay, so here we are. And yeah, there are quick introduction from my side. Let's do introduction from your side. I really want to make it interactive and to make it in a dialogue format, not me being a single lecture today. I want really to have it as a discussion. So I'm asking you, like one by one, to do the quick check-in. So please turn on your mic and turn on your camera. Tell us your name. tell us where are you from in terms of city or maybe even country that you came to St. Petersburg, and what do you like about your studies in Graduate School of Management? So something that's your point of view, something that motivates you here. And yeah, that's 3 simple questions. Your name, where are you from, and what do you like about studies at GSOM? Who can start? Let's do step by step. Okay.
Hello, Valentina.
Hello.
Oh yeah, girls first. Sorry. Yeah, Valentina, you can go. No problem.
Okay, thank you. So, my name is Valentina, and I'm studying on the second year of master's. I'm doing my master's degree currently in GSOM. And actually, my background is a little bit different from management. I was studying Chinese philology, also in St. Petersburg State University. And now I think I'm just getting more managerial skills just to broaden a little bit my professional field, my career. So I enjoy just learning new things, and actually I got a lot of new things here, so I'm rather happy with my master's.
Super. Thank you, Valentina. Who is next?
Yeah,
Nikita?
so I can continue. Hello, everyone. My name is Nikita. I'm actually graduated from the bachelor program this year and applied for a master, and that's where I am right now. I do master in management, first year program, and I actually from St. Petersburg. My story is pretty boring in this case, but yeah. So in the future, I would like to work in consulting. So that's probably all I want to tell you.
Yeah. Okay. I would say that kind of a classical story that many
Right.
GSOM students wants to work in consulting.
Yeah,
Okay.
I
Thank you.
suppose.
Thank you so much. So who is next? Let's do this quick bet for everybody. Maria, Dasha, Daniil, that's whom I see in the list. Are you with us?
Yeah, hello.
Yeah.
Yeah, my name is Daniil. I'm the also second year master now on my exchange in France.
Cool.
So I did my bachelor in telecommunication engineering in St. Petersburg, but actually I'm from like Severomorsk, that's Murmansk region. In GSOM, I like how like the things change, how the approach to education change back from my bachelor when I get like strongly like technical degree, and then I'm going to like management, and I like this like transformation.
Okay, cool. Thank you so much. I believe, yeah, that's a big difference between technical and managerial education. Okay, thanks. Let's continue, guys.
Yeah, hi. The name is Next. I'm Dennis. I'm also second year master student at GSOM of Master in Management program, and I moved to St. Petersburg 5 years ago when I started my bachelor in the same university, but my background is in sociology. And what I like about GSOM the most is people, professors, and students. Education is practice oriented, and I have chances to learn practical stuff both during the studies and extracurriculum activities, for example, case championship. So I really like it.
Okay. Super. Yeah, thanks for mentioning extracurriculum activities. I will also cover it a little bit. Okay, thanks. Who is next? And I guess we have a couple more new participants. I can see you, but cannot hear actually. Oh, somewhere far, far, far away.
Yeah.
Oh, now,
okay. Yeah, there are sometimes problems with I don't know, with my microphone. So I'm also second year master student at GSOM, and my background, Well, I studied economics and statistics in Moscow, and I had worked for a couple of years before I decided to get back to studies, because I wanted to also change a bit what I do. And yeah, actually, that's what I would like to know, I guess, because I have working experience, but I would like to change the field, and I want to at the same time, have it all on my CV, both the experience and my aims and targets. And yeah, I'm happy that GSOM offers me such opportunities.
Cool. Yeah. Thank you. Good. Who else? Please, let's continue. Let's do it quick.
Maybe I can continue.
Yeah, thank you.
My name is Yulia. I'm from Hungary, and I was a student at GSOM in the previous semester. Now I'm back to Hungary, and tomorrow I'm about to apply for a job because I'm going to make an interview for my thesis with a professional in the real estate industry, and I was thinking maybe I could get a few just about how to modify the CV before dropping it in tomorrow.
Okay. Hope you will get some additional tips to what you already have. Thank you for being with us. Who is next? Yeah, so no anyone. Dasha, Maria, Anton, Albina. Can you say something about you? Okay.
I can be the next one. Sorry for my background noise. So I'm originally from the south of Russia, and I did my bachelor in economics also. And now at GSOM, I just try to concentrate more on finance. And basically, the thing that I love most about it is people, because everyone is so motivated and result oriented, and I really enjoy people here.
Definitely. Yeah. Thank you so much for sharing. Who else?
I can. My name is Nikita, and I'm from St. Petersburg. My bachelor's I spent studying philosophy. So for me, GSOM was a really radical change. And really, GSOM helped me to build a network of people and friends with whom it's great to work, to do projects, and to have some fun. And for me, it's essential to do meaningful work and have fun at the same time. So that's what is good about GSOM.
Yeah, I totally agree with this point of view. And yeah, GSOM gives it for sure. Okay, thank you so much for sharing. Anyone else who would like to present yourself?
Yes, my name is Anton. I'm from St. Petersburg. Now I'm first year student of Master in Management. I'm also a member of the SAMS Club. In terms of my bachelor degree, I have finished international relations in St. Petersburg University. So for me, there are some changes in my career path. In this webinar, I want to know what information is the most important.
Okay, to be a part of the CV. Okay, yeah, thank you so much for being with us. Yeah, thank you. So I guess anyone who else can be? Okay, then let me continue. Yeah, thank you so much for joining and for sharing your impressions and your your feelings about the GSOM. By the way, I'm also a alumni, GSOM alumni and High School of Economics alumni. So I did my master at GSOM. Unfortunately, I didn't do the SAMS program, but overall, I understand your program and your style and how the life is inside. So, as far as I understood, majority of you are base master program. So let's do that level. Okay, so let's continue with brief agenda. I don't know what's okay. We need a little bit more energy. Let me concentrate. So our agenda for today, we are focusing on CV in English. Before, I want to share several labor market trends. And of course, I'm open to your questions. As I said, I wanted to be more in interactive format, more in discussion format, and more for your questions. So if you have questions on the way, please stop me, write it on the chat, or just turn on your mic and ask. So that will be great. Then I understand that you are with me and I can do it more focused. So I'm 100% sure about material that I'm sharing, that it's working, that it's useful, and it's definitely will make your CV better. At the same time, I really want to make it more focused on your requests and on your questions. So once again, ask and I will do it more targeted on your requests. What else? Yeah, back to question on the slide. What can help us today? So I believe that video, yeah, since I cannot see you in person, but thankfully we can meet online. So I will ask you to turn on your camera if it's possible to you. So I ask majority of you to be with me by video. It will help me to make it again more interactive and don't feel myself alone here. And I believe it will also help you to concentrate more on what's going on here. Okay, so yeah, please keep your camera on if it's acceptable and possible. I believe it will be possible for majority of you. So thanks for those who answered to the survey before the webinar. So basically, I believe that I will cover all these aspects. So the majority of you want to know what to include. Yeah, what kind of problems, difficulties do you have about the writing the CV? So the majority said don't know what to include and don't know how to prioritize. So basically, step by step, we will discuss the good necessary CV structure, particular when we are writing it in English. And by all the details, I believe that we will have answers to these problems and difficulties. If not, at the end of the class or webinar of this meeting, we can be back and again by your questions to clarify what is not clarified, what was not clarified during the whole speech. And also, what do you wanted to know during this webinar? More or less, yeah, the same, how to structure, then what's information is essential, and what kind of words and phrases do you want or should be included. Also, I will cover this. I will focus on a certain phrases, maybe not for all the parts, because it's impossible to do like the all of this. But again, if you need clarifications, just let me know. And this is our summarized hero. Usually it's a summarized person, but in our group, in our group, we just have two real Nikitas. Hope it won't be problem for you. So that's our summarized Nikita. Nikita is studying at first year master program in, let's do High School of Economics in Moscow as a neutral example. And he really passionate about his career experience, and he wants to turn his CV. So he's actually with us and will ask certain questions for our discussions. So the first of all, Nikita wants to talk with us and ask what's, we understand that we are living in a special world, and the special times now especially. So what kind of, before we will talk about the CV, what are the trends, what labor market trends do you see now particular? By now, I mean not only the pandemic time, but overall last years. What is special about this time comparing to our parents' time, for example? So can you share several ideas from you? Then I will continue. 2, 3 more ideas from you. So what is special about current labor market and what trends do you see?
Yeah, hello. I'll try to start from like top-down approach. Yeah, so if we like speaking and looking on the question on the highest level, I would say that mostly right now, and people are trying to find job in services, but in our parents' time, it was more production, manufacturing, because when you started there, it just was not a lot of companies that could provide services. So I think that's the general idea here. But yeah, we can I'll highlight any other trends, but yeah, it's
okay. Thank you for this comment. I definitely agree. So even we could see the economics of industry, so economics of production, and now we definitely live in economics of services, and it's going there to change economic of information and all related. Yes, and also I would say that you said about production, that another trend, it's kind of retro perspective that people used to work more in production, that now they are working more in services, and perspective for this that more likely we will have a lot of robots in production, and in services we still need much more human, and all this robotics stuff, it's definitely will start, and we see how it's developing in the productions particular. And that's also like all the robotics and artificial intelligence and so on. We see that many more professions are disappearing right now, and a lot of statistics that supporting this. And also it's the bad, not the bad news, that's just the situation. And also at the same time, by the robotics and by supporting it in terms of services, in terms of developing this, then the new professions will come. And actually, if we see again different statistics, I don't have it with me right now, but it's will be like still the demand for human will be, and new professions will be more than old professions are disappearing. Okay, any other comments? What else?
I can also try to go if you hear me.
Yeah, definitely. Now it's perfect.
Okay, good. I was thinking maybe we tend to change our workplaces more often than our parents, and we are like, we're easier at this changing jobs and professions mode.
Yeah, definitely do agree, and that's what I have on my slide. One of the points, definitely we do it faster, we do it regularly, and we change not only different companies, but we actually change professions on regular basis. Okay, and even your studies is the kind of example of the same thing. You started in certain majors, you're doing your master in another majors, and you're trying to be more cross-functional, more multidisciplinary specialists, and it's definitely your competitive advantage, your ability to see the situation, to project the situation, and being able to analyze it from different perspectives and different backgrounds that you already created just in the beginning of your career. Definitely, thank you for the comments. One more from your side, and we continue with my part.
I also wanted to add something that actually is somehow connected with what guys has already said, but I think we are required to have more different skills, and like basic skills now are not enough. So we need to to get a broader portfolio of skills. And also I think it's very important that right now all the professions are going global. So we need to be ready to be transitioned to another place, to be, I don't know, to move to another country. And I think it's a rather important trend.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, do agree. All these movements, all this flexibility is happening, and at the same time, in terms of it's not only about knowledge, it's mainly about your skills. And actually all the modern education, all the modern trends, and during my classes I always talk with my students in terms of what kind of skills is important to develop. So knowledge is hereby, but your competitiveness, it's your skills and the level of its development, and how do you apply it to certain situations. Okay, so thank you for the trends. I like your ideas, and it's definitely true. So let's to sum up it in a quick retro perspectives. Definitely. So if we see, so Nick's mother career, like 30, 40 years ago, we saw, lifelong guaranteed work. One company, person joined the company, he or she started as a specialist, then senior specialist, leading specialist, one life, one profession, one employer. So more or less everything is guaranteed, stable, and predictable. And we also saw that mainly the labor market was within the national market, within one country. Yeah, people lived and worked in the same place. So what do we see for Nick's brother career? So it's up to just a second, last 5-10 years. Yeah, we see there's no guarantees anymore on the current labor market. Yeah, last 20 years, no guaranteed work. Basically, various contracts, various employers, several professions, companies, and many people tend to develop their own businesses, own projects, and like as I said, easily change companies, and on regular basis, many people are even changing their professions. So not so clear hierarchy within the companies. Basically, people now, it's less, it's not so predictable. Company is not responsible for your development anymore. And it's kind of unpredictable career moves and directions. So as an employer, as an employee, you build your career track yourself. And actually the profession of career consultant is how to identify my career strategy, where to go and how to be more successful on this career path. And of course, what we see that an international career is growing. I graduated from GSOM 10 years ago. And this year we wanted to do a kind of a big celebration about this, but due to the pandemic, we didn't meet. And by the way, like 60-70% of us are living and working in a different countries, and those who stays in Russia work also in various international companies. So international career is just all around us, and we are not limited by national market anymore. And what's we have now in terms of possible trends, and actually this current situation with pandemia makes it for some trends that we discussed it with students this February. Some of them were very questionable. Like it will happen now due to all the current changes that we are having. Now it's new reality. So mainly we are moving to more project-based work, various parallel careers, and my examples that I started, it's actually the parallel career. So developing myself in a corporate field and an academic field, and also like now with his own projects. We tend to work not just for one employer, but in several employers in parallel. Just mainly, again, we are moving to the flat structures as we are working as a project. So it doesn't, not so important, yeah, who is the big boss in this big company. It's much more important. We as a project team, we just here today, we are accomplishing our goals, we delivering results, we are done. Yeah, we are moving to another project. And in this case, when we are all responsible for our career, for our professional development, when we are working and involved in various projects, personal brands are really important. Yeah, so if we go for, like if you analyze your consumption, for example, even for these basic services like nails or hairdresser, yeah, we tend to choose people whom we know, we like following them in social networks, and we are trying to understand, yeah, so now it's time when brands matters not only for the products, not only for the companies, but for the people as well, and for us as professionals as well. And like building our professional brand is also a part, yeah, of our career development. And that's our reality. So unfortunately, yeah, I cannot see you in person today, but I can even do this webinar from Moscow, not coming to St. Petersburg. And we are all connected, yeah, now. So we are living in one place, being originally from another place, with the company headquarter in another place. And so it's totally remote and totally spread around the world. And that's growing much more. So that's overall the overview about the current reality. In terms of time, it's just crazy flying. Okay, so what does it mean to your CV? Yeah, just to focus again all these new trends as well as digital trends that we have. What is important in terms of CV? In terms of CV, it means that basically the first stage of searching is done by machine algorithms. So it's important that you understand the keywords for your profession, for your CV, for the position that you're applying, and you include these keywords in your CV. You understand your key competences, and it also exists in your CV, and you can predict how the recruiters will look for you among all the other applicants. So social network profiles matters, and what's the professional look you have, and what kind of social professional networks can work for you. Also, it's not only about the CV, it's about your portfolio of cases. So when you're a designer or when you're a science man, it's more or less easy to do. When you are a manager, it should be like you should collect your portfolio of projects, yeah, of projects more or less that you accomplished. And it's also a big addition to your CV. And now it seems like it's not anymore, that's my CV, I did it once and I have it and that's it. No, it's not working like this anymore. It keeps to be an ongoing process. Especially, I would say it should be a combination. So you have the basic version of your CV, and in each concrete job search, in each position that you're applying, you need to do the tuned, additional, updated version based on your basic version. So then we will talk about the basic version and how it should be updated depending on the situation and the concrete position. Okay, so let's do the funny thing about the topic of CV. There are a bunch of information, yeah, bunch of materials. If you Google, if you go everywhere, there is, I mean, that's easy to find how to write a good CV. And at the same time, there is still huge of unprofessional, not so well-written CVs. Not in GSOM. Overall, my interaction with GSOM students as a part of different career events, even checking your CVs that were sent to this webinar, yeah, of course, your level is pretty good. And at the same time, writing a good CV, it's still an art, and it's always can be changed, yeah, in some details. And at the end of the webinar, we will discuss your concrete examples of your colleagues. So five important elements of modern CV. I'm saying modern because, like, as I said, I'm paying attention to this topic last 15 years, maybe even more. And it's changing, yeah. There are some tendencies, there are some realities that I can say that is particularly important now. So 5 basic elements: clear structure, and into details we will work on it. Numbers, good CV now consists numbers. The third one, it's about results. Yeah, it's not anymore about your functions, what you were doing, but basically what you did. Yeah, what's about verbs. Then achievements and unique skills. So that's our top 5 elements that we will talk about all of them. We will talk into detail. And just to remind that the main goal of the CV is to invite you to interview, to show that you are a good candidate to talk further. Yeah, so resume, yeah, I'm using the word CV and resume as synonyms, okay? Yeah, the final goal of your CV to be invited to the interview. Okay. And step by step, let's do the CV structure in English. So first of all is position. Yeah, first of all, it's name. It's not written here, but we start with your name. And make sure, yeah, first of all, position, check it, correct name or correct, not just translation, yeah, but kind of correct how it can be written in English, and possible options. Yeah, possible options of this position. Check it. You can check Indeed.com as an international job site. Yeah, what is the correct spelling? What is the possible options? As I said, thinking and remembering that it's first screening done by machine algorithms. Then surely contacts. So when, and once again, when we are talking, what do I mean by CV in English? So by CV in English, I mean that in what, yeah, let's start with this. What kind of situations do you need CV in English? Yeah, let's start with this. When you're writing CV in English.
Every time that we apply to the company, I mean.
Okay, what else? But not for all companies you're writing CV in English. So what do I want to clarify here? So there are certain situations, yeah, if you're applying in Russia or in your national market, yeah, you can write it in your national language. But more likely, if you're writing to an international company, even situated in Russia, you write it in English. That's one case. And in this case, that will be more likely Russian-speaking recruiter and probably Russian-speaking manager. So it can be more or less the content, and context is understandable. Then specialties comes when you're writing directly to international companies, to international recruitment. And in this case, you should be very careful to the context itself, that all the details that you are writing, it's more or less universally understood. Yeah, it's not, if it's specifics about something about Russia, something about your national market or something else, it should be explained and understandable in international context. If you're writing directly to, and I guess based on your profile, based on you, After your graduation, more likely you will write directly to international companies, not in Russia, but all over the world. So yes, keep it in mind. It should be understandable to international recruiter and international manager. In terms of context, yeah, so you check the position, then you put your context. What kind of context should be in terms of, okay, this all international context, what to include? Let's do it as a quick discussion.
What context should we include?
Yeah.
I think definitely it's email and mobile number, but also it depends on a country. For example, I was working with Chinese companies, and it's like a must to have your WeChat account because everything is done there. And I think it also depends on a country. Somewhere Facebook or LinkedIn is a must, and in Russia, no, for example. So we should see the context.
Yeah, thank you for clarification. Let's see. Definitely email. In terms of email, use it for, check it for international connection, and make sure that this is, first of all, you're checking it on regular basis, because now I'm researching in a certain recruiting several people for certain positions, and they write it as a preference, but not always you can contact them by email. So make sure that this is your working email and that it's yours, not formal. I mean, not formal in terms of, not corporate, not in terms of other company, not in terms of your university. Yeah, it belongs to you and you check it on regular basis. Then in terms of mobile phone, more likely, again, you will be approached now by various messengers. So yeah, choose that number that connected to your WhatsApp, Telegram, and other messages. Yes, if you know specifics of the country, yeah, as example of WeChat, as you said, definitely use it. In terms of social networks, yeah, more likely internet, Facebook page, depending on where like your professional example will be, more likely add it to your CV. Yeah, and so LinkedIn definitely for you is the good addition. Then two elements that's really special and kind of typical to CV structure in English. Objectives. It's not typical for CVs in Russia. So what is your plan for now? What is your objective? What kind of position are you looking for? And what is your closed career perspectives? And the fourth one, professional summary. So professional summary is must, yeah, element for CV in English. So, and here it's a quick example. What help us is the elevator pitch. I guess all of you know, yeah, that's typical exercise in a presentation skills training, that you are in a person in an elevator and you have 30, 40, 60 minutes, 60 seconds to present yourself. So actually professional summary is that kind of information. So this is quick example that I have, and I'm offering you to think about your professional summary. So strong HR professional with 15 years of experience in international IT and banking companies, focusing on T&D function with enhanced practice on trainings, facilitation, career consulting, and academic teaching. So what's important to highlight here? HR professional, yeah, as a function, how many years of experience overall, yeah, various companies, main industries that I know inside, IT and banking, and what's like regular function that I was responsible for, trainings, facilitation, career consulting, etc., etc. So let's do the quick exercise with you, and on the chat, I'm asking you to write your examples, your professional summaries. What will you put in this line? So as I said, for CV in English, it's really essential part. Please write to chat. I think this better to do it in a written format. So open chat and create your professional summary. For you as a students, it can be a focus on not only your current experience, but also your career perspectives. So yeah, what's your interest to the particular industry or to particular career positions that you are planning to reach in the nearest future. But I guess since you're like first and second year of masters, you have certain experience that you can mention. So could you please write your professional summaries and we will discuss them. Mm-hmm. So just a second, where is my chat? Mm-hmm. Okay, Valeria is leaving. Oh, left already. Guys, are you with us? Are you with me?
I think we are writing, but it's not that quick to do.
Not that quick. Okay, maybe let's do like the as we discussed. Do we need to do the quick break in the middle, or for now we are working? So maybe we can do it as a quick assignment for the break, and then be back to this discussion after the break. What do you think?
Yes, so guys, I think like 10 minutes will do.
No, maybe not now. I want to finish as an example. I think we started at 20 minutes. I thinking let's do the following. Let's do the whole structure, and then we do the small break. And during the small break, you write your professional summary, and we'll be back. Okay.
Okay.
Back to the discussion. Yeah, if in order to save some time, but I really would like to discuss them, and at the same time to have you time to prepare. Okay. So then let's move to other elements. Work experience. Yeah, that's the favorite part. Yeah, as usual, we write it in chronological order, starting from the recent one. Again, when we are talking about CV in English, it's very important to clarify what is the industry, yeah, of this company and what kind of specific. Again, if it's well-known international, you leave it like this. If it's something more local, please make sure that you give details, give explanations, what's behind, yeah, what is the size, what is the industry, what is specifics of this form, again, in order to make it more applicable and universally understandable to any recruiter that is right reading it. Okay, and for you as a students, what kind of experience should you put inside? Okay, what's relevant for you as a student?
I think we can put the work experience if we have it, and if we don't have it, we don't use this section. Then maybe we can use like extracurricular activities instead of that. I mean,
yeah, definitely. I don't advise to leave this section without the information. So if you have work experience, definitely you put your work experience. If not, as a student, what kind of information do you usually can put? So usually I do it as a discussion, but now let's focus on my, sorry. Baby's coming. Okay, let me hear. So just to sum up, yeah, for you as a students, you can use all type of extracurriculum activities, yeah, as you mentioned, championships, student events, students clubs, especially for GSOM, yeah, consulting projects that you're doing on regular basis for different classes, science projects, volunteering, part-time work, internships. So the basic idea, no, don't leave it empty. As a student or as a recent graduate, no one is expecting huge experience from you, but you should really show your level of proactivity and what else have you been doing except studies. And when you are writing, for sure you know about this, just I want to clarify, when you are writing these elements, yeah, this organizational work that you did during your studies, you are focusing not like, for example, you were doing volunteering or you were responsible for working with like you will volunteering during the big international conference or football championship, you are showing not into details your functions, but you're focusing more in your learning experience, in your skills development. What did you do and what have you learned during all these various students' extracurriculum activities? So that's the main focus, not into details about the functions, but about your learning. Again, in these terms, when you are talking about the graduate student CV, this is the more essential. And your idea is to show that you are proactive. What else? In terms of study, in terms of your education, let's see, when I put it as a 6-5 or 5-6. So when it's when you really your main focus was studying, you can put it as next fifth section is education. In a standard version, yeah, the more you grow, the more professional experience you get. Right after the professional summary, you write your professional experience, and only after is education. While you're studying, while you're students, it can be the opposite. So definitely university name, but again, the more focus is your major, minor, or specialization. So not needed all the details, which is this university and so on, but what is the context? There are certain examples in your CVs that I really like. I will pay attention to this. What is the good, probably Denis. His example was really good in terms of how to show the university. Yeah, GPA, you definitely know about it. Just, yeah, that's the universal way to present your academic results. And yeah, it's important that you add up of, yeah, up of what grading grading scale you have it, yeah, 6.7 out of 5. And again, it's should be universally understandable, and this is the most suitable way to show this. What else is important? Additional education. So yes, now we are all living in a time of lifelong learning. We are studying something on a regular basis. What is essential here? Please choose the one that is most relevant to the position. You can choose special classes that are definitely relevant to this position that you applied. Or if you did a special science paper related to this company or to this certain topic. So this section, it's not what you have studied in general or what else, yeah, have you learned, but basically keep it the most relevant to the position that you applied. In your basic version of CV, you may have it with all the details. When you tune it to the particular company, you do it you do, like you choose the most relevant. Skills. The skills section is also critical to present you in the CV. So IT skills. IT skills for you as a students, digital native students, it's expected that you have good IT knowledge. So it's not needed to write that you know how to use MS Office with the standards programs, Word, Excel, PowerPoint, etc. It's basically expected from you. So you write it only if you have a certain advanced level. Yeah, for example, in Excel, more likely you may have advanced version. Then various statistic programs, various visuals programs, so maybe CRM programs that you have known how to use. Yeah, so that's, if you know something in terms of special IT skills or IT programming, you can add it. Languages. In languages, yeah, you put your languages and it should be done with a certain level. What kind of level? Again, universally understandable, A1, B1, C1, whatever is, again, but especially applicable to the level of language that you are writing. If you have certificates, for sure, you show it here. In terms of professional skills, this is the section that should be connected to the requirements of the position. Okay, so the more you so you check the position, you see the requirements, and in personal skills, you write into details. Yeah, what is this function is about, and what kind of what elements, by what functions this this position is actually, what is inside internal work of this, and you put it as your professional skills. Again, as a GSOM student, for sure in this section you always can put your level of creating presentations, your level of analyzing the informations and how to work, yeah, with all these. Personal characteristics. Personal characteristics is really section where you can present yourself and to add something what is special about you as a human, yeah, as a person. So not just as a professional, but you as a person. And it's very important to make it really what is belonging to you, yeah, what is about you. And also here it's more kind of what is your internal importance, what is your personal professional value, yeah, how do you see yourself in the perspectives, or in not in comparison, but yeah, what is special about you comparing to other students, yeah, what is your personal specifics. And it's important that you put it here, and it's something that can show yourself according to all the classical standards elements that will be in other positions. Overall look and design. So what I see mainly about the students CVs, that many students like these online builders for CV. I don't say that bad or it's good, just very often it pays more to design rather than to what is inside. Yeah, so the main idea of all this structure, to make it simple to read and to understand quickly what is your professional story is about. And let me say, yeah, the traditional statistics that recruiter is just screening your resume for a couple of seconds. And the structure itself helps to catch the attention, and all the details that we will talk further, that's what is catching the attention. And very often when we complicate the design, it doesn't help. It looks nice, but it doesn't help in terms of simplicity, but it adds complexity to your resume. So for more, I see it just the simple word structure, you like creating step by step in words can be better than just using the various online builders. So I don't say that don't use it, but make sure that the design helps you to make it simple and understandable, not the opposite. And for sure, save it in PDF in order to have the format, and check it and help each other to check your CVs and what should be added, and in terms of just grammar and spelling. So here, let's do very quick break. Write your professional summary. We will discuss your professional summary, other tips, and then we will focus more on your resumes, okay? On your resumes and audit of it. So
yeah, excuse me, Yulia, yeah. We wanted to propose some students really need to go at 9, maybe a bit earlier. Maybe we can skip the break.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And
let's do.
Maybe we can look at the CVs.
Okay, yeah, I understand. Okay, if we, okay, let's do this. Then I guess we have to skip your professional summaries. But okay, let's do this. We do the, yeah, I will just quickly scan the additional details. Then we are focusing more on your analysis. In terms of professional summary, I do believe that it's important. So you can just write me your version, like it's 1, 2, 3 sentences as a result of this meeting today. So write me in VK, I will give you, or in Telegram, and I will give you individualized quick feedback in terms of your professional summary. Okay, let's do it in one-to-one version. So in terms of structure, as I said, structure helps you to focus recruiters' attention and actually shows all the essential elements that should be included. As I said, that's focusing, that's a classical CV in English structure. What else in terms of especially modern CV now? What else is important? So focus on results. Whatever you did as a volunteering, as an internship, or as a real work, make focus on your results, what you did at the end. So not about functions, what you were responsible for, but actually the good question that I usually recommend to ask to yourself, what have changed after your work? So you were responsible for Sam's Club for 6 months, 1 year, or you were responsible for this creating student conferences, or you were responsible for certain piece of the strategy. Yeah, what have changed after your work? 6 months, couple of years. So what is the final results and what is the business impact at the end? So, and in terms of what to use, more focusing on perfect and past tenses. Yeah, that type of verbs. And this is an example, kind of collection of verbs that I advise you to use. In terms of numbers, good CV now has numbers. What kind of numbers can it be? Valentina, I see your hand.
Yeah, sorry, I wanted to ask a question about the previous slide.
Definitely.
So I think all of us heard that, yeah, we need to use more verbs, more kind of result-oriented phrases, and like to tell the actual like business-oriented result that we made. But so far, as we are students, I just understood that we have this problem of, okay, we were on the internship, and basically for me, my first 2 internships were about learning skills for myself. And I mean, for me, it was a great achievement as I learned these skills, but for the business, it wasn't like a lot of results, but for me, I feel it is a big success kind of. So how can I just write about it in my CV? Because in my head, it's something really great, but in the CV, it's just, okay, I was like an assistant.
Yeah, as I said in the beginning, when we are talking about your working experience, it's important. I mean, for you, it's the students. It's important to show that you were proactive. Yeah, and when we are talking about GSOM students, basically you are all very active and participating in something, except in addition to studies. Yeah, I don't say the studies is not important, but once again to say this, it's okay when you are writing about your internships or volunteering, not focus on functions. Yeah, I did this or this, or I was assistant to this topic. But yeah, as you said, what have you learned? Yeah, what was not just it was new for me, but again, in terms, what have you learned? Not what you were learning or what you were responsible for, but what have you learned? Yeah, what kind of experience did you gain? It can be improved, that kind of skills, yeah, trained or understood that type of processes in terms of company. And I would say for you, it's also quite good achievement within this can be, yeah, what kind of functions of the company you really have seen inside. Yeah, you understood how these processes are organized, how this stuff are working. Yeah, that can be a good result in terms of US and internships. Of course, it won't be the same business results and business impact as you will do in a couple years later, yeah, when you will work and manage certain function. But still, you can add it. Yeah, as I said, yeah. To sum up, focusing on your received and developed skills, yes, in terms of your learning. Focus on the processes that you have observed, and focus on still small business results that you can be part of. Okay, did I answer your question? That's good. As I said, yeah, for now, I understand that since we were not sure, yeah, what kind of, who would be the target audience, yeah, for me, it seems to be too basic, yeah, I guess for you, that many of you mainly know all this. Yeah, that's why I said ask your questions and let it, yeah. I do want to make it more precise to your questions, so to your level of understanding. Okay, not to repeating just, yeah, the same stuff that you already know. And in this sense, numbers, yeah, it's also should be added in a good CV. Numbers, yeah, what kind of numbers can it be? Yeah, let's quickly see your ideas. What kind of numbers can it be? Based on your student experience. Those people who are without cameras, does it mean that you are not anymore with us? Or you're still with us, but you're doing something else? Oh, I see something in the chat. Don't have to go. Yeah, now I see. Yeah, number of projects, number of webinar organized. Yeah, number of presentation made for clients. Yeah, good idea. I agree. Okay. Yeah, definitely. So number I would add to this. Yeah, number of participants for the conference that you have organized, yeah? Amount of budget that you were responsible for, if you had any. How many people were under your supervision? And again, if it's a student project and you lead this project, it's also quite good to mention, yeah? Analyze your experience in terms of what numbers can it be. Again, show what has been increased, what has been decreased, yeah, during your results. There's a quick example here. Yeah, again, when we are talking about international environments, make sure that this is universal numbers, euros, dollars, and all the changes, better to do it in percentages. Focusing on what is your costs decrease, your profit increase. And once again, in your student projects, you also can show these numbers and these results. So that's all real, not only for these big business projects. And they, like, in addition to what I said in terms of your personal skills, again, the good CV, it should be about you, not about the rest of CVs on Headhunter or the same skills that like everyone is writing. So make sure that you really add something personal. And in formulation, it's hard to give examples here, but in formulation about you, and not like everyone is stress resistant, good communicator, great multitasking, etc., what we have in examples here. Important block in terms of, again, in terms of achievement. I also usually ask to write your examples of achievements. Yeah, let's see if I guess time on this. That's, yeah, in order to see how the big these differences in terms of achievement can be. My personal opinion, that write about things that you're really proud. Yeah. Again, while you're students, you can write about your university achievements. So while you like let's say recent 5 up to 10 years, you can write and choose what is really essential to you. Important things in terms of, again, resume, CV in English, not gold medal, not silver medal, not stuff like this. Yeah, use the words, not red diploma or something. Yeah, it's understandable for Russian-speaking recruiter, but not internationally. So degree with distinctions for any special results, and Dean's List for any type of ratings, or Dasha, thank you, for any like academic results or special ratings that you are in. And in terms of nominations or like your awards that you won, there are a lot of details can be. Or for example, once I was in the PayPal Championship of the Year in our company. So it's a funny name, but it doesn't, I mean, for all of you, People Champion can be, yeah, own meaning. So don't put these details, just focus what is behind this nomination, what is behind this achievement. Yeah, it's better to write it just best employer, best sales manager, etc. So what is behind, what is this topic about? The same if you won the conference, if you wrote the publication. So what is the topic and the year of this achievement? So that's important. Up to 5, better up to 5, maybe last 10 years is okay. The more you grow, the more professional results will be. For now, it's totally okay if you write your personal achievements, or maybe it's connected to sports, it's connected to your previous studies, it's connected with your science results. etc., etc. Something that's really meaningful and important. So more details and more concrete examples you can read in my article. The link is below. We actually wrote with my former students. Now she's my colleague. She's responsible for our international recruitment, and yeah, together we wrote all these details and comments in terms of CV in English. So any questions on this? Because I feel that I kind of or you're too tired, or I'm talking not that you expected, or I'm trying to understand what's the reason behind your silence. Let's make it, I really here for you, and I want to make it more applicable, because I do believe that I can help you with this topic. Or you just, yeah, tell me something.
Yeah, as now we're going to the next part, I think it's time to make questions on the first part. I actually have two of them. And the first one is, today I had another session with the global SAMs. So yeah, there were a lot of calls, so I'm a little bit tired today. But we're talking also about CVs, and I mean, just we mentioned that, and there are a lot of AI programs that are checking CVs right now. And in the beginning, you mentioned that now there are some words that we need to write on the right way, so that these programs would identify us in the right manner.
Yeah, and about these keywords, as I started in the beginning, that, yeah, you check your CV through this. First of all, this position that you're applying and all the possible variations, how to write it in English. So that's more or less the same position, the same relevance. And by keywords, you check, again, back to the idea that you cannot write single CV that helps you for all the situations. That's the idea, that you tune your CV in addition, like in a about the position that you're applying, or at least, yes, not several positions, yeah, the position that you're applying.
And now
yeah,
sorry,
the idea, sorry.
Yeah, I just wanted to interrupt here because you started talking about the position, and that was my second question. So maybe it would be good to ask them right now, because right now we study in management, and there are a lot of different positions that we actually want to get. So we're not kind of narrowed down to only 1-2 positions, only in one field. So maybe we are like trying to go to consulting, but at the same time we're like have marketing as our like just backup or something like that. So when, for example, we are uploading our CV on a platform, for example, SAM's platform, they ask us about the position that we want to have. But now there are so many of them, and even in one sphere, there can be a lot of different positions, and also in different companies, they call the same position a little bit different way. So what can be your advice on what should we write on that position? And it's really tricky for me.
Yeah, thank you for the question. It's not, there is no one simple answer. Yeah, trying to several comments on this. What do I mean by position? By position, I mean that you see the vacancy and you are preparing your CV particular to this vacancy, to this position. What am I saying about the position? If you are, and what am I mean though, that for different vacancies, you have to tune and change details in your CV, yeah, to make it more relevant and more precise to the requirements. And when we see the vacancy, we check the requirements, check the IT skills or special program, software that's needed, or special, what's a special knowledge. So reading the requirements of the position, you're trying to identify what is the key. What is the key competencies and what is the key words. In HA, it's usually kind of a hashtags about this. You can see them as a separate line, like keywords. And you need to identify and to add and to write that kind of the keywords and key competences in your CV. That's the case when you're applying to the certain positions. When you are writing your CV just for the database of the CV, as you said in the SAMS Club, here you still need to, I mean, you cannot write one CV for all the positions, even in your mind. Yeah. So I would identify several directions, and that would be actually the good topic for separate webinar, how to, with your broad management education, yeah, how to find, yeah, where to go, what to do, and how to apply this education. That's a separate topic. But for example, yeah, you understand that you're interested in consulting, you're interested in a certain like marketing analyst, and you're interested in, let's say, yeah, like several positions in marketing, as you mentioned. It can be more analytical positions, or it can be like more creators position. Yeah, something in more, yeah, let's say creative or analytics positions in marketing. So in this sense, you take several synonyms. What kind of, you cannot write it, at least I don't recommend it to write it all of them together, but you can write one CV for consultant and then underlining your consultant projects, your experience working with various companies, yeah, focusing more what is relevant to the consultant position, yeah, for the beginning consultant position. Another CV you are writing focusing more on marketing, underlining and aiding what kind of courses, yeah, were related, what kind of internships, yes, something connected to this. So again, in your experience, in your projects that you did, you're focusing in like to this position. If you have this right, I would recommend you to do several CVs depending on these directions. Do you understand what I mean? Theoretically, is it possible if you upload several CVs for several that kind of directions of positions?
Actually, I need to check because I'm not sure about it, but it sounds kind of logical.
Yeah, so what am I mean? So if you know concrete vacancy, you tune it step by step. If you just have at least direction, you show and you try to check several names, yeah, that's within these big directions of professions. And you underline and strengthen your CV, again, dependent on this position that you wrote in the beginning. If not, you're staying on a more your topic of interest and focusing, yeah, what is more like more kind of your priority. What else to do? Ask what kind of companies do have access to these databases and what kind of positions are they usually looking for the SAMs, because it's also about certain profile, about certain specialists that they are looking for. And in this case, your position, your CV, what's like, what is special about you and what is your advantage being among these SAMS students? Yeah, what company are looking for if they want potential employee from this group? Okay, that's the third advice that I can give here. Okay, so we have 15 minutes. I can stay more, but it seems like you are not ready to stay more. Then let's focus in on your CVs. And here are certain. Sorry, it's chat. Yeah, number of people whom I was in communication during my work. Dasha, can you say some words on CVs with changing professional fields? Do they have to include previous work experience if there's no way connected to the desired position? That is really a good question. And again, that's not a simple answer. There are several strategies can be. Let's say it's not directly connected, but there are still some, let's say, yeah, we compare again, what is the needed skills in this new field and what were your skills in a previous position or in a previous fields. Is there any connection? For sure, that can be no connection in functions, but it can be connection in skills. So then you're focusing your resume, your CV more on skills, and you are including your previous experience, mainly just naming the positions without details, or focusing your business value that you created. Focusing, as I said, on skills, yeah, on skills and business value. But then it's an art to create CVs like this. If you have concrete examples, we can talk afterwards. You can write me, okay? And I can show it more into details. So in terms of demonstrating, let me try. So this is, where is the CV? Oh, sorry. I'm seeing something strange. I had them ready, but now I don't see. Ah, okay, let's see it this way. Now I can see the the resume, but cannot see you. Yeah, here. Okay. Can you see it now?
No, I think we don't see it.
That's strange. Oop. And now?
Yeah, oh, now we see it.
Yeah, actually that's Valentina's CV. So what I wanted to pay attention here, yeah, we are focusing on CV. That's, as I said, kind of your basic CV. What to add? Yeah, context, email, St. Petersburg, Russia. Okay, it's okay. No details, address, and so on. It's not needed. Yeah, you stayed in the same university but in different faculties. This is the best way to show it. Your GPA and your BA and master and bachelor studies. Your exchange, you put it here, and I guess 2 exchanges, yes, that you had. What else I wanted to pay attention here? Yeah, working experience, and you're writing details. Here you're writing coordination, organization. So here I would think, yeah, we can do it, for example, together. Like change it to the verbs and to the results. Yeah, organization of inner webinars, organized 5 webinars. More likely, you can add topics if it's not big, just details, and again, business value. For whom was this webinars? How did they help to the employers to whom you organize it? Basically, yeah, about the work experience, add numbers, add results, and what kind of business value does it have? And I do believe it's possible to each of the position. So not only for the big bosses, but for what you're writing here is possible to do. This production about and yeah, as we discussed with you, it can be add what have you learned, yeah, during this work experience, these internships. In all of this, one line with your focus of what have you learned, what processes have you checked inside. Freelance, entrepreneur, tour guides, yeah, you're focusing your language skills here, and you're showing that you were doing something, but without details. I think that's the best way to do it in this sense. Extracurriculum activities. You can do it as a project experience. You can include it in a work experience. Yeah, you're showing all organization of online skills seminars with speakers, partners. Yeah, here the level of companies is important. You paid attention to this. The same, I would add number of webinars, number of participants, and kind of study results, business results in terms of these events as well. Yeah, for whom did you organize it and what was at the end? BCG idea here, yeah, you won the first place of the consulting project. Museum, yeah, here the good way to show your achievement, first place, and let's say, yeah, quickly the focus, yeah, which museum and what the project was about. Maybe here, yeah, you show the museum, but you don't, again, team strokes is not important, but what was the behind, yeah, what did you do, yeah, how did you improve the situation, about what was this consulting project, okay. Technical skills, yeah, Excel, basic data analysis. If it's basic level, as I said, Excel, PowerPoint, it's expected from you. So mention it if it's special level, and think what kind of IT skills can you get. Can you mention here? I believe that you know some statistical programs, some visual programs, maybe some additional programs to create the presentations. So you can mention it here. MS Office is expected. Language, yeah, that's the best way that I wanted to put. Maybe I'm using this, can I be like this? Wish that you'll see me. Now, can you see what am I pointing on the screen? Yeah, yes. Because before, I guess it was not like here. Yeah, just a second here. Yeah, so Mandarin Chinese, yeah, that's, you have the certain level and you show it according to the, which is the correct name for these levels. IELTS you have, yeah, Spanish B1, that you can show here. What to add in terms of elements? Yeah, your professional summary, it can be in the beginning. Your professional, here, I would say, in objective, in a position, you can write an objective, the desired position, to whom, to this database that you are writing your CV, and what else? Yeah, position, professional summary, maybe to add more achievements, or I believe you have them. If you want, let's say, about one size CV, if you're limited to this like paper or to this concrete database, you keep it like this. If not, it's okay if it's not one single page. Yeah, it's okay if 2 pages. If you have information to share, if it's again results and business oriented, you can add it. So don't. I don't believe that one single page is obligation. Okay, so you decided according to the situation. What else? Okay, yeah, but the strong points here we pointed. Good examples in other CV that I wanted to pay attention. And thanks for sharing. So, do you see Denise resume CV right now?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. So here, actually, I wanted to pay attention for how do you present the university and the program itself, and I think that's really super way to do it. And what I was trying to say, that it's not so important what is the name of your university, but actually you're explaining the context. Yeah, for international resume, it's important. The flagship program of Graduate School of Management included an International Financial Times rating. Yeah, you show the level of university, level of program. What else can be done? You add a link to the English site of the university. That's what else can be as an addition. Exchange semester, and also you're focusing what is the special of this university, what is the main fields. I also like, I mean, overall, I liked that you add certain comments to your universities to show the context. And here about the sociology, also that's a good way to present it. A multidisciplinary program focused on practical research and management activities in social and economic fields. So even it was a major in sociology, you are connecting it with management. That's also a quite good way to do it. In terms of age, yeah, we didn't cover it. It's up to you to decide, do you want to share your age or not? But if you decide to share it, yeah, the best way to just show your date of birth. So don't write your age because it's changing, and your CV usually, so you create it and it lives a separate life without you. You never know when it's when and how what will happen with your CV. So make sure that you don't put details that are connected, yeah, like the year, yeah, age is changing, the date of birth not changing. So please put and use date of birth. Let me put it here. In terms of address, yeah, I prefer Valentina style when it's just St. Petersburg, Russia. That's it. So especially if we go for, even for the Russian companies, it doesn't matter where do you live. So that's kind of additional not needed information. Region, city, maybe parts of the city, if it's a big part, it can be okay for Russia. For international, just city is okay. Yeah, your working email, and I would even add in the CV like your connection in messengers with the phone number. Yeah, to what messengers is it connected and how you can be reached, or maybe what is the preferable messenger. Work experience, L'Oreal, Foursquare. Yeah, so name of the company and position, and I agree that for you now, position is less important, level of companies is more important. So I like how you paid attention to this. Maintenance and updates of directive commerce channel, etc., etc. So again here, yeah, focus it more on the results. Yeah, what you did, yeah, for this 3 months, 4 months that you have been there. What have you learned and what have you did in terms of the company, and what kind of processes have you seen inside? That's important, and that's how you can present it. And by the way, I really like I wouldn't say it's design, that's a structure. Yeah, that's what I mean, that you don't need a lot of elements, a lot of design, but you need clarity and simplicity. So your lines with just elements, education, work experience, accomplishments, they are really focusing the attention. You changed the standard way of like time and content, but here I like it how it looks like. What else? Yeah, your accomplishments, and you write it into details. Russian stage, development of customer journey for recent launched products. Yeah, so as I said, it doesn't matter what the details of name, but it's important what was behind. CM's conference co-organizer and co-facilitator. Yeah, maybe what did you did, and for what kind of impact did you receive? BCG challenge. Yeah. Yeah, here, yeah, that's, I guess, what I would like to pay attention comparing to Valentina's example. Valentina, you had just name of the museum, and that you won the first place. Here, that's really the business impact of your idea. Yeah, increased number of visitors, increased visitors retention rate. Ideally, if you add numbers here, yeah, maybe average, but you show the results. So here, that's all these numbers can be added. CSI Future Global Leaders member, participants, again, if you add what kind of learning outcomes you had, that's also can be a good addition. Skills, languages, digital, yes, Excel, PowerPoint, Word, as we discussed. SPSS, though here, yeah, here are some graphical and statistical programs that you have. Definitely to all of this resume, I would, that's typical, by the way, for GSOM resumes, CVs, that you don't have this personal part. And this personal part, your personal skills, so you as a person, couple of sentences, it's something that it's important and something that can help you to show yourself among other bright students, yeah, especially if this SAMS database, yeah, more or less you have the same experience, you have the same studies, you have the same level of accomplishments, but what is special about you? And it should be about you, and it should be catchy to the particular position. Again showing you as a person. And various professional skills I will add also here. Thank you for your example.
Thank you very much.
And here, this third one, Nikita. So Nikita's example, also I would like to pay attention here, yeah, about address, phone, and LinkedIn. So yeah, LinkedIn is a good addition, as we discussed. I do recommend you to have this account, to develop this account, because it's actually an open resume. And the keywords that you put there, the key competences that you have there, and it's very actively using in the recruitment now. So what else? Yeah, St. Petersburg State University. So yeah, here I was thinking about it, that actually it's the same faculty, the same university. And as I said, I really like the way how Valentina showed it. So you write it once and you just show in different programs, different degrees. You have even the same, you are very stable in your academic results, the same GPA, even in different universities. So yeah, I would, the more I see, I would, for international CVs, I would add links to the universities as well. Practical experience. Yeah, here I wanted to page your examples of verbs, yeah? Prepared, analyze, verified annual reports and financial statements, okay? That's a good example. Also, I would add amount, not how many reports, but yeah, more or less numbers of, let's say, what kind of, yeah, how much work did you do? Yeah, all this is and once again, that shows that even in internships, during internship, you can show what did you do, yeah, about your results, not the process. Yeah, and for all CVs, once again, the numbers can be added. If you need help, let's discuss it individually, but I do believe that in each line, almost in each line, we can add what numbers can it be. Numbers, once again, it's focusing the attention. It shows your, yeah, focusing the attention of the recruiter. It's, for now, is still less used. It's showing in your professionalism, and it's showing and catching results, catching attention to your results and ability to measure and underline your results. Yeah, so I won't go into the details. And by the way, in your CV, I saw, yes, some examples of kind of amount of budget. Yes, 7 million. Here, supported. Oh, what I wanted to say here as well. Yeah, here you have a lot of details. So once again, maybe you can maybe even like if you have a lot in terms of writing and function and results, maybe some of them you can underline what was the most critical. Again, for the first screening, it just couple of seconds, no one reads it into detail. When it goes to the direct manager, to the direct position, maybe it goes to the details, but first screening, it just for the main structure. Yandex assessor, yeah, like still, yeah, here in your CV, I see several numbers and it catches the attention. Extracurriculum activities, maybe I would call it here like project activities. Case championship finalists, developed digital strategy for L'Oreal and presented. Yeah, good that you show the level of the presentation. Again, maybe some results. Yeah, what has changed as we saw in Denise examples. Yeah, what is the impact of your project? Yeah, and here again you have, yeah, in each of the CV we can see some good examples of what I was talking about. So you're definitely strong in adding numbers, at least trying to do this. And again, it's good examples. Yeah, you did this event. How many visitors? Raise student awareness about the culture and products. Maybe what else? But that's a good try and overall good example. And also, yeah, acted in a movie. Am I right that you were like real actor, like playing in the movie?
Yeah, I was. Yeah, that was my child dream to become an actor. So, yeah.
Yeah, so that's what I want to pay attention again to Valentina's question, not to Dasha's question. So if you change the field, so that can be also a good example that you're mentioning this, but not mentioning in the first or the second place. Yeah, you're focusing more in your managerial positions now, yeah, like on financial positions now, and mentioning some other experience, but like an additional section. So the same with the change of field. Firstly, you write everything that somehow can be connected to this new field. And the rest in the other section, kind of the previous experience and actual experience. Yeah, you like combine them, but that's also can be a good example to this. That it's important that you did it in your life, but it's less relevant to here. So you mention it in a separate section. Skills and interests, yeah. So about languages, you did it. About IT, yeah. So here, definitely the program that you can mention, that's good. And I believe that it can be known for many of your, not many, but that can be known by others. And yeah, make sure that you add it to your IT skills if you have this. So again, good examples. Hobby and interests. Yeah, we didn't also talk about this. I would say here there are different different recruiters say different advisors as usual. For me, it's totally up to you. If you think it's important, if you want to share, welcome. Yeah, so I don't say don't do it, and at the same time I don't say it's a must. Yeah, it's not a must, but it's a good addition. For me, it's something about you as a personality. Yeah, certain sports, certain topic of interest. Yeah, it's at least, again, it's a try to add some personality. Once again, I would add professional summary in the beginning, your professional goals in the beginning, and some personal characteristics, maybe developing your interest and hobby, yeah, and some professional skills as well. But again, professional skills, it can be all for you as a student, which is more or less the same as I mentioned, yeah, how you work with presentations, how you analyze the data, everything that you actually essence of your study, particularly in GSOM. Or it should be in a relevance to the position, but since if we don't know the concrete position, it's a bit tricky. Then write what can you do, and what also, like, write in the professional skills, think what is your professional advantage, what is your competitive advantage, you as a student, you as a recent graduates, comparing to even some experienced workers. Yeah, what kind of modern tendency do you know? Yeah, still you are better, much better in visualization, you're much better like in a catching some quick ideas, developing ideas. So like when we are looking for the fresh graduates, again, we are not looking for years of experience. Yeah, we are looking for the for energy, for fresh minds, for your ability to quickly work with information, quickly study, and to dive deep into the processes. And yeah, your level of proactivity, as I said, your level of energy, your speed of working with information and analyzing this information, presenting this information, etc., etc. So think what is valuable from you now and put it as your professional skills. Yeah, what else here? Yeah, overall like this. Any questions, any comments, something that you would like to cover more? I think you're very tired. Let me know, was it somehow useful? Was it something new? Or yeah, let me know what is your feedback. I'm open to any kind of feedback. Just, yeah, I would like to understand what can be done differently and what was useful. On chat or just...
May I say I haven't micro before?
Okay.
Well,
yeah.
Actually, I haven't heard any anything that would be totally different from Russian speaking about how to make CVs and so on. And I wanted to know what is probably not about structure, but about key differences that there are between Russian and English CVs.
So yeah, thank you for the question. I don't say that it's a key differences. I would say the key additions, not key additions, key peculiarities. As I said, usually objective and professional summary, it's typically for CV in English part. So it can be recommended in Russian CV, but it's still not typical for Russian CVs. For CV in English, it's a must part. Yeah, it's obligatory part. What else? The main idea that I usually have about CV in English, that's make it understandable in any context. Yeah, so think that like person who will read it, will he or she understand this context? As I said, if you send it just to international branch of Russian branch of international company, it should be in English, but more likely it will be written by English speaking, Russian speaking people, manager or recruiter or both. And if we talk about like what is my idea behind the CV in English, that it should be understandable in all the details, explanation about companies, explanation about the universities, to make sure that it's understandable to whatever person who is reading it without understanding the national context. And some terms that we use in terms of degree distinction, GPA, so on, so on. That's mainly, in terms of structure, it's professional summary and objectives. In terms of small details and words, that's I basically wanted, that I showed as an examples, that's I related to CV in English. Did I answer to your question or?
Yes, thank you.
But maybe you wanted more details, I guess. I actually would recommend you the article that I mentioned. That's all focusing on CV in English, and maybe you will there you will find more explanation. What do I mean particularly about CV in English compared to just CV? I don't say, and overall, we don't say that it's a totally different type of the documents. No, more or less, the tendencies now are very similar. So many things are still like in the Russian CV, more or less the same. Structurally, I said.
That's a good point, actually, because, well, we don't know the context and what is obvious for Russian speakers.
That's
not so obvious. Thanks.
Especially as I said, even like about numbers, you do it, change it to international numbers, not numbers like, percentages that is understandable, amount of money that is, more or less universal. All kind of like small details. I would say check your CV to the understanding of these contexts. Maybe send it to your international friend. Not knowing the Russian context, what kind of question he or she may have after this, after reading it.
And following this, a little bit follow up. What about the photograph? Because
that's a good question because I don't have it in a presentation, but usually, it appears in the discussion about the CV in India. Actually, that's one of the peculiarities. If we are talking about Russia, more and more, I would recommend you to send it with your face, with your more or less formal picture. Make it formal, but don't do it as a passport picture. Make it real. Choose the one that you like and which you more or less look real and more or less formal. When we are talking about international context, it's really depends on the country, because what we see in United States and in UK, all the idea behind the diversity and equal opportunities and no discrimination, etc., etc. So now, hence, since I work in a actually American company, and what my colleague said, that even for us now we can ask CV without photo or without any details that can show your your marital status or your like female, male. It should be totally neutral. For some countries, and for some companies, usually big multinational American origin companies, when they are like for total equal opportunities, the good side, actually these opportunities, the opposite side, that you now really should make your CV totally neutral in terms of sex, age, photo, everything. So it's just your profession, your professional look. On the other hand, some other countries, as we found information, like in Germany, it's even a special photographers, special photo sessions that helps to create your certain professional look, and it's can be a special help to get the better picture to this position. Is it your look shows, like, is it enough for the position that you are applying? Kind of all this status. So maybe it's not so actual for you as a student, so just a picture is okay. But the more we go, we show in your professional image. Is it, yeah, is it shows, is it, does it support your professional image, your professional status, yeah, kind of all these aspects. So for now, my advice would be, if it's just international without country specifics, check what is the requirements of this database. If it's with photo, put photo. If it's without photo, keep it without photo. And then check national specifics and national requirements. And actually, back to Dasha's question, the third situation when we need the CV in English is the international recruitment to the certain country. Make sure that you find some people, find some connections and some details. What is the specifics of this national market? So not applying just for international companies, yeah, worldwide, but if you're interested in a certain country, yeah, check what is their specifics and tune and change the small details in your CV, particularly to the country specifics, because still it can be, I cannot say for all the countries for sure, but yeah, about pictures, that's specifics that we could found. By the way, if Yulia is with us, Julia from Hungary, can you share about Hungary? What is the topic? I mean, what is the tradition about picture? Do you use it?
I am still here with you, but I am on the way. But like mainly, I don't see too many differences regarding the structure of the CV.
Yeah, actually, yeah, try to make it. My version is the purpose of my version to make it universal. Yeah, in terms of picture, do you use in Hungary?
Some use, some don't use.
Yeah, so
I think it's very difficult to perceive if it's useful to put it in the CV or not, because on one hand, it's a way that they can connect you with who you are.
Yeah.
And I think it really matters in some companies, your personality, your characteristics. So as for me, I think wherever I apply, I find it important that I apply for positions where my personality matters. So for me, it's out of the question whether I'm putting a picture from myself or not, because I put a lot of focus on what I can give and what I can get out of the profession. So, and as for the rest of the CV, I think personal details such as date of birth, marital status, I don't think that it's a common practice to use in the CV. But the rest of it, such as work experience and study background, technical skills, personal skills, I think these are general things to use.
Yes, thank you so much for sharing. And I totally agree with that in terms of personality. And I do believe that, again, for you as a recent graduates, yeah, it's important that you show your personality, and that's your kind of competitive advantage, who you are as a person. And yeah, overall, for me, picture is a good addition. Just be aware that in some companies or in some countries, it can be I mean, that's better not to do it, or that you can be asked to not to delete it, but kind of to eliminate it. But overall, except these cases, I would advise to have a formal nice picture that you like yourself. Okay, so just the final, my final slide with my contact. Yeah, so my advice to own your career. If you need my help or advice, you can reach me in Telegram or in VK. I am easy easy reachable, accessible. So yeah, thank you for this time. Thank you for being up to the end. And yeah, I really appreciate your feedback. If you have something to share, what was useful, what can be done differently, you can write me, and that's definitely important to me. So
thank you very much.
Yeah,
we're glad to have you.
Can I ask you to do the print screen, because I cannot do it here for whatever reason? Can you please do the print screen and send it to me? Oh, I can do the picture, but I don't.
Yeah.
We should start it from it. Sorry. Okay, yeah. Any questions? Let me know, and enjoy, enjoy the rest of your evening.
Thank
and
you
have
very
rest.
much.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Nice evening.
Bye. Yeah. Bye bye.
Bye. Have a nice evening.